prepared for any of this.
This is the hardest thing I've ever had to do in my life.
I'm sweating on the inside. It's scripted for you. For you. Can you turn the air on? Can you turn the air on, please?
It's getting out of
Is
here.
it just me? How you gonna wear Josh Adams shit on her show?
I'm gonna do cross promo anywhere I want.
What's up? Welcome back to the show. It's WhitneyStylez, and we are back at it again with another episode of the Currency Club. Today, I have two special guests. I guess that would be four, but two special guests. And they are the creator, host, co-host, debater, all that, for one of my favorite YouTube series called the BlaspheMass Debate. I'm going to let my guests introduce themselves. First up, Travis, introduce yourself.
Oh, hi there.
With the dramatic
Travis,
intro. With the dramatic intro.
Go by the name of Travis. Well, I'm not gonna put an accent the whole time. All right, boom. Travis, creator, if you will, producer, all that, editor of the dopest debate show this side, the Mississippi. I don't like intros in general. I feel like you just the whole like, who are you? What are you? Are you your name? Are you your job? Are you know what I'm saying? So boom, that's my intro.
All that. It's what do you want the world to know?
I'm a guy, I'm an engineer, and I have a show, and I'm a stand-up comedian, and I'm on Whitney's show now, and I'm nervous.
All right, welcome Travis. We're gonna turn things over to Cody. Intro yourself.
He's still on mute.
That was so disrespectful. I'm out. I was like, yo, what's good, y'all? This your man's Cody G. I'm doing normal now.
No, you gotta do this.
She like that. What's up, y'all? This your boy Cody G. Straight off of BlaspheMass Debate. You know what we do. We blast that ass. And I'm the host of the show. On the side, I do music. Occupation, I do HVAC/R. Other than that, yeah, it's.
Don't you never forget that R either.
HVAC stands for heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. The R stands for refrigeration because it's not a necessity of the trade, but a lot of people just do R and make good money on it. So, I mean, if y'all really want to get educated on a whole bunch of random shit, that's what I'm here for.
So the R could be refrigeration or the R could be random shit, depending on what context you put it in.
Basically, yeah, you get it. But, yeah, it's all about side hustles over here. Welcome to an episode of WhitneyStylez.
It's our
Currency
show.
Club? Did you forget the name of the show?
No, I was waiting for you to be
Club?
like, Currency Club.
Currency
Club.
Let's talk about your show, the BlaspheMass Debate. Unscripted freestyle debate, but what else?
How it started was just four of us friends, and we lived in different areas, and we kept on saying we want to start a podcast, but we all lived in different locations, so we kind of just modeled it after the show Around the Horn on you know that show? It's like
No.
Well, it's a sports show. It's one dude's in the studio and three dudes are on TV, and this was pre-COVID. Not to be that guy of the whole hipster. We were doing it
we
before.
did start
cool,
the trend.
You know what I'm saying?
Trendsetter.
We were zooming.
Y'all the
before,
Ray J. Y'all are the Ray J of this.
Yeah, exactly. We hit it first. We hit it first. I hit it first.
And y'all the Soulja Boy of this too, because Soulja Boy did everything
Exactly.
first. He was the first rapper on YouTube.
Right.
He was the first person to have electronics. He was the first
all that. Drake.
So that's y'all. Drake.
So we were zooming first, and we met up and we were like, what was the concept going to be? And then we kind of just modeled it around debate, because that's kind of how Around the Horn is, debating sports things though. Like LeBron did this, and then they go and they kind of give points. If one guy is kind of just giving them points, and the points don't really matter, but we just were we're gonna make it more controversial. So just picking extremely controversial topics, and then having a host supposedly objectively resolve it. And we just kind of went from there. It was us four people at the same time, and then people just kind of left one at a time, and it ended up just being me left.
Three people left you. You had a team of four, and three people left you.
Yeah.
Not because
I
of
came
me.
I came to save the day.
When did you come into play, Cody? When did you enter the program?
I came they were almost 8 months in, and then I asked the host because the previous host left. I don't host anything. I'm not a hoster. Since we homeboys, I was like, I'll do it. Ever since I joined, I can say we've reached a upper echelon, whatever that word is, epsilon.
Echelon.
Epsilon.
That epsilon, you know what I'm saying? It has dramatically climaxed here.
Climax means it's going down after that.
For as of now, we're here, but it can go further, you know.
Yeah,
So you're trending
exactly.
upward is what you're telling me. You're trending
Right,
upward.
constantly, right. We're getting more subscribers, more views.
More blue check.
Show them the
Yes.
statistics, Trav.
Drop the analytics, Trav. Insert analytics here.
Drop the analytics.
You said that the show originally started with 4 people and then 3 people left and then it was you and then you have a new host. And part of your show is that you have guest debaters. So as they mentioned before, Cody G is the host. Travis is a consistent debater on every episode. And then they have 2 other people who come in and serve as guest debaters for the show. Do you think that's better or worse than having like a standard 4 people? Because me personally, I think if it was a standard 4, it would eventually get boring. And I think that one thing that sets your show apart from other shows is these special guests.
Yeah, if you think about it, everybody has their crew. Like Fresh and Fit podcast, No Jumper podcast. They always have like them same 2-3 dudes, and then like they'll have other people on them. But I do feel like this gives it more versatility.
Sounds like Cody likes
like
the
the
balance of
balance.
having a couple consistent people and then a few people kind of weave in and out.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, well, he wasn't there when it was just 4 people. It was always a guest. Like so, like when we started,
I came when there were still 2 OGs.
He was on for like 2 episodes as a panelist, and then like began hosting. As far as like difference, like I don't really say like saying one's better than the other, because like the first one was fun as hell. I don't think it gets boring. Like it's because you're talking about different things, and like the chemistry is there. So we like none of them are gonna be bad. Like after a while, because the chemistry,
it never disappointed. Like every episode was hilarious, because you know how it is, like when you get with your girlfriends and like y'all always click, y'all always cracking jokes, y'all always say blase. It was the same thing.
But now I feel like you're able to reach different markets. You're able to have like different perspectives, and for growth, it's for sure. I would say easier to grow like that. But I don't like really saying better, and that's it, because I mean I like the old one.
The more guest panelists we have, the broader audience we reach, because it's not the same people. We're not in the same box all the time. Give and take. You get some of their viewers, they get some of your viewers.
A little more like devil's advocate, I guess, because like it's easier to say that the now version where it's way more reach and we're getting way more like verified people is better. But I think like it's more work, like to have 2 guest panelists that never did it before.
Of course,
directing like and things like that, and like getting them on board of the structure of the show and everything like that. Mute your phone. So no, but yeah, like just that aspect. It's definitely more work on our end versus like it was us. We can all log in 5 minutes, not talk the whole week, and have a perfect episode. Yeah. So like it's definitely more work and harder. You got to make sure the personalities mesh.
On your show, you have a lot of Insta famous people. I don't know if these people are famous in real life. I have watched a majority of your episodes, and you always put in the description box like the link to people's socials. And I normally check them out, like their Instagrams, their websites, and whatever else they have going on, right? And you all have a lot of people with the blue verified check. You all have a lot of influencers, people with 100,000 plus followers, things like that, whether they are social media influencers, content creators, actors, things like that, right?
Fashion designers.
How do you get these, influential people on your show?
You just
do you already have connections with them? Are you just reaching out, cold calls? How do you get these Insta famous people on your show?
It's both. So I mean, at first we were just doing us, and then like a dude, he's left, like, and we kind of had to scramble. So like initially, I was doing stand up.
When you say a dude left, a member of your team.
When the first OG left, like when Ron left, when he left, like he left.
Oh, we name dropping. What did Ron see this? Is he gonna be in his feelings?
I mean, I'm gonna post all the old episodes. I think there still is some old stuff out there, anyways. But yeah, like when he first left, we had to kind of scramble to keep it going. So like I do stand up comedy, and then like I watch people, and I kind of like, this guy would be good for this guy, whatever. Like I kind of like just scouting basically, and so I had access to them, right. And then like getting the bigger comedians in my city, and then I added a lot of random people on our Instagram. If like somebody is similar to our channel, I would go to their page and add a bunch of people and just do like that for a while. And then like eventually one dude, Ken Marshall, I don't care, I could say his name because he helped us a lot. Like him, he's out in LA. He messaged us like to be on. And then at first I was like, can you show me some credentials? Like, cause I was picking people. So I was like, can you show me like a podcast or something? And he sent me like 3 things. And I'm like, oh, this dude way overcropped. Like he's for sure good. And
he was overqualified.
Yeah. But I be wanting to like
He hit him with
know
the
that you
I
could
don't
talk,
know.
like that you were decent at like improv. So the links he showed me, I was like, all right, you're good for sure. And then, but then after you came on, he like was helping us like get other people in LA.
Yeah,
And
it
then
was like word of
it
mouth.
kind of stemmed from there. Like it was like domino.
Trav, didn't you start with like majority of everybody was like out of Detroit, right?
Oh, so start with the hometown. Okay.
Right. So
Yeah.
that's what that's what I was getting
Yeah.
at. Like he started like, you know, locally. And then after that it broadened, and then we started having people hit us up to do the
Yeah.
show. And now
And
we
I
have
was like-
we have a couple people that are actually like, if you ever need a guest, like I got you. They introduce us to their friends. There's a lot of successful
could be
people out
friends.
there.
That's
And
how
y'all
we
got
got
a
you,
lot of
low-key.
successful people on your show.
So I was like emailing people, like bigger name people in their like, because they'll have like emails in their bio and stuff like that.
Shout
And
out
I
to
was
Joe
sending
Rogan.
that. Not Joe Rogan, but I mean like bigger people and a lot. And there was all no dice on any of them. So like a lot of like the people who like, oh, DC Young Fly would be good, or like, you know what I'm saying, big name like that. I would reach out to like those people through their emails or through their like websites, but that like either would have come back like this is like a $40,000 thing, or just no response. So the best thing for us was just like start local and then you know, fanning out like that.
That was my next question. Have y'all reached out to people and they just respectfully declined, disrespectfully declined, ignore, whatever?
I got a couple respectful declines. I don't want to give too much detail. I mean, it was definitely like
because they might come later on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't want them to necessarily see me describing that they declined my thing, but yeah, I mean, I get it. Like, if your brand is this, and I'm telling, like, I know your numbers are going to help me. It's more beneficial to me than you. I'm just asking you, even if I have a connection or if I kind of know you, like asking, I understand. I'm saying it with I almost kind of expect, maybe probably not, because like it doesn't necessarily help your brand, but you know what I'm saying? So I'm not mad about that at all, but I would say there's like 2 or 3 I for sure remember that just saying no, but not like in a fucked up way, but just saying like, I just can't.
But
I can't do it.
It is cool though how like some people that actually do have some really good credentials like reached out to us though. Like I think that's dope. It just gives you that motivation. It acknowledges the fact that you know you're onto something.
Do y'all hear that feedback? It's a little bit of feedback.
Oh, he's eating.
Y'all hear that?
That's me ruffling the Snicker packaging.
Just set it down. Just set it down. What sets the BlaspheMass Debate apart from other shows that are on YouTube? Everybody wants to be YouTube famous. Everybody wants to monetize their channel. Everybody wants to be a paid influencer.
It's not your typical podcast. Like we don't all sit at a round table with the microphones and do typical podcast stuff. Like,
but are you really a podcast?
That's what I'm saying. It's not really a podcast.
The only streaming service.
The only reason why I call it like a podcast is because it's like a podcast, but it's not. Like,
I call it a show.
It's a debate show. Yeah,
unscripted debate show.
It's a debate show, but sometimes, you know, when you tell people, you like, yeah, I do like a podcast. Like, I mean, sometimes, you know, just to be short and sweet. I mean, I don't really see people online really debating or really doing
unless it's sports
like
commentary.
I don't really see people do like a show, like in the manner that we do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? People make skits, people do podcasts.
First, the fact that we started like August 2019, like before COVID, and we were doing the Zoom thing.
Humble beginners, baby.
Like it's not that many straight up debate shows where you're supposedly objectively resolving topics that can't be objectively resolved. So I don't even really know of anything that does that, like where a guy says this is the correct thing. So just the concept of what we're doing, I don't know any other ones like that.
You guys say that Cody is the host and Cody will give an objective decision based on the data and the facts and stuff like that was presented during the debate. Watching your episodes, I don't always agree with Cody. Sometimes I feel like his final ruling is BS. And I'm trying to figure out how you come to these final rulings. Like, do you like one guest more than the other? I feel like you'd be a little biased. I'm just saying, I feel like you'd be a little biased. And I don't think it's always objective.
Should we tell her the formula?
Yeah, I don't care.
Well, I mean,
wait, don't say the one part. Well,
when I rule, when I host, I try to be as unbiased as I can be. Now, you don't always have to win the round by being straight up factual, like straight face. Like it can be based off the humor. Like if you make everybody laugh like throughout the whole debate and like you talking nonsense, but like you could tell you stole like the energy in the room, like you made it what it was, or like if you're the most solid in your argument. There's a whole bunch of variables. It's really off the field. It's really hard to explain. Like I try
So
to
you
be
all about the
unbiased.
vibe and the energy. You're really all
Yeah.
about the vibe and energy.
I try to be as
saying,
unbiased as I can. Now, then again, every host is gonna be a tad bit subjective unless you have somebody in your ear telling you whatever, like like the big channels. But I try to be fair. I try to be as fair as I can be.
I feel like you got to take it with a grain of salt because like we're asking things like, well, is it cheating
Right,
if your girl
because
goes
in
to a
the
male
end-
gynecologist, or is it who's more unforgiving, Mother Nature or Father Time?
Right.
Like, how much can a host do? You know what I'm saying? Like, even
Exactly.
if he's being fair, like
Exactly.
somebody's gonna disagree no matter what.
But the only thing that I do keep in the back of my mind is to keep it blasphemous. If somebody wins something that's very controversial, that's the whole point of the show. Is it not? You know what I'm saying? It's like original material, like with the questioning and stuff, but we can have fun with it. Like when me and Trav joke back and forth, it's to let the guests know, like, this ain't like a serious thing. Like it's a debate show, but we playing, like, nobody gets upset. Just talk shit, have a little fun. In my eyes, though, it's more so about the bonds you make with the guests. It's about making them feel comfortable, making them feel welcome, meeting new people that you would never meet, just building that rapport.
It's easier to like make somebody warm up if you're doing, instead of like an interview thing where like if I'm starting off cold, like then I'm like I'm self-conscious, versus if I be like, I disagree, like, no, you're wrong, you're like, if I call you out on something, then it's easier for somebody to like, this is a friendly thing, you know what I mean? Like if I'm like, no, you sound crazy as hell, like if I say something like that to you versus like, tell me about yourself, I feel like it's easier to like just build a quick chemistry with people.
Right.
As much as time it takes to edit one video, knowing how much time I spend on, like there's not gonna be that many people spending this time on much time on one episode. The fact that there is nothing like it sets it apart. I'm not trying to be a bragger, but like there is no competition.
I watched your shows. I watched several of your shows, and I want you to look at their series. I want you to, maybe look on the most popular videos, whichever topics may interest you, because the editing definitely sets your show apart from others. Like Travis will insert movie clips, video clips, sports clips, songs. He will put my head on somebody else's body while they're dancing. Like it's that level of editing. But it sets the show apart, and it's definitely makes your show special. So Travis, how many hours does it take you to edit one episode? So one episode seems to be about 45 minutes, where they cover at least 3 topics, with like 4 people on the screen. But Travis, how long does it take you to edit one episode?
At least like 40 hours, probably. Like 40 to 50, 60.
40 to 60 hours for one episode. Now, they deserve all the views just for that alone. Because do y'all see how some people create YouTube channels and they literally a talking head? It's one person who sits in front of the screen delivering boring ass content, no effects, no background music, no nothing. Just literally sitting at a table delivering content. Like, that's whack. And those people are getting sometimes 100 views, sometimes 100,000 views, but they putting in the bare minimal effort. So, right? So some YouTube experts or, some successful YouTube people will be like, oh, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to spend as little time as possible editing. But no, I feel like we need to give these people their flowers when they taking 40 hours out of their life, 60 hours out of their life to edit content, to be entertaining to you, the viewer. Like, I feel like they really have the viewer in mind when they edit their videos and post their content. So just a little round of applause for that. Another teaching moment. Travis, insert effect, round of applause. Travis, what editing software are you using to edit your videos?
Oh, should you drop that?
I mean, I don't care.
He has to.
To me, yes, DaVinci Resolve. I know. I mean, I looked up a bunch of like the YouTube videos of comparing the different ones, and I know Premiere is the main, like one of the main ones people use. But I think everything I said that like DaVinci can do pretty much exactly the same, other than unless you're gonna like export in some crazy like formats, or like you need some crazy like effects. And there is a paid version of Resolve if you want additional effects, but for the most part, just timeline editing, you can do everything for free that the other one can. So I'm a free advocate for DaVinci.
All right, and we will drop that in the description box in case you can't understand what he's saying right now. The next thing I want to talk about is the type of topics that people debate on, because I think that's another thing that sets your show apart from others. So just for example, just some of the topics of the videos that I watched. Is it rude to send food back? What is it better to be, a side piece or a rebound? What's more inspirational? Gospel music or trap music? That's just a few topics to pique your interest, to drive you over to their channel to actually look at their content. I like the topics. I feel like y'all do it for the culture. I also do it for the culture. But how do you come up with these topics?
So me, Cody, and my one other homeboy, Juan, we are the main just writers every week.
What's another person behind the scenes?
Yeah.
Okay.
He went to MSU.
Yeah, he's got
This is a 3-person show.
During the week, I'll write a bunch. Tuan, he writes less than me, but he writes like he's potent, and like a lot of his get used. Cody,
like I'll be at work or something, I'll think of like 10 real quick. I watch a lot of YouTube, and I have YouTube Premium, and a lot of y'all need to get that shit because it makes a big difference.
promo on it.
No, for real, like when you get YouTube Premium, you listen and watch it more just because like you can turn the screen off. I listen to a lot of like podcasts or informational stuff, and it'll give me ideas for questions.
Right before we start recording, like we'll all bring our questions that we have for that week, and then we'll really argue until we get 3. Like here go my best ones, and they be like, no, that's just stupid. Or like we'll rewrite one. Like if Cody brings one, I'm like,
that one's racist.
I think they are onto something, but like I don't like this part. And then like we'll rewrite each other's questions. And then a lot of times we still won't be ready by the time the guest comes in. Right. So then we'll be like, the guest, like what y'all think about these? And then we'll kind of settle from there.
Like we'll pick 2 and then we'll let them pick 1 sometimes just so they feel more involved. The reason why we wait right before the show to pick the questions is so that it's legitimately like off the top of the dome. Like so nobody can get a head start and like think of it. Like, you know, like we try and keep it as freestyle-y as we can.
So thinking about all the guests you've had on your show, who has been your favorite guest? Top person,
well,
top
WhitneyStylez, of course. WhitneyStylez won. WhitneyStylez won.
WhitneyStylez was the shit.
The one, not the 2. The one, never the 2. But
I mean, which one? What's your favorite YouTube channel? I mean,
the BlaspheMass Debate. Beyond WhitneyStylez, the BlaspheMass Debate. But in real life, I also tune into the Breakfast Club. I also tap into Breakfast Club, and then also Revolt. Yep. I watch a lot of their content. But who was your favorite guest beyond WhitneyStylez?
I don't have a favorite. I have a lot of favorites. I liked when you and Angie were on. Thought that was pretty funny.
We'll link that episode.
One of my favorite ones was Chris Judge and Terrence.
That was one of my favorites too. For sure.
That was one of my favorites.
Why? Like, what was the debate, or was it?
I don't know. Sometimes you could just tell. Like I'm not gonna say there's ever gonna be a bad panelist. It's just some panelists are really good. They match your vibe. You know what I'm saying? It comes fluid.
They're both actors.
Terrence and Chris. Yeah, that was a great ass episode.
A lot of times,
did you say they're both actors? Did you say they're both actors?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of times, comedians like they'll be whatever big on stage, but they really be super introverts. So actors are usually like big pop energy. You know what I'm saying? So that was a lot. The chemistry was off top. Like they were ready, both on go.
Kim Marshall.
That was one of the ones we had. With the question you just brought up, the ungrateful if you send food back. And then we did like a Kanye West versus Drake on there. Darius Stowers is one of my like. I was
gonna say Darius for sure.
He knows what we're doing, and he's talking shit. Like he would have had 12 unpopular opinions if you'd asked him that. Like,
ready to go off the top of the dome. So Darius Stowers is one of the co-hosts / co-creators of the Jungle Is Hell podcast. I was also a guest on their podcast. I'm gonna link that in the description box below. Check them out. Help them. Get all their streams up.
Yeah, I'm looking right now at our list. Like there's so many.
Josh
there's
Adams,
too many to
Josh
name.
Adams, he won 3 times undefeated on our show. Now, but he's like my top favorite comedian in Detroit. Like him and one other dudes are to me the best.
He thinks he's comedian god.
So in y'all intros, y'all didn't even say where y'all were from. Let me just pause because in the intro, y'all didn't even say y'all was from. No, it's not. I said, "What do you want the world to know?" And you completely left out that you from Michigan. That'd be
the easiest cop out intro. Our intro. We were like, "She's a this, that." Yours is like, "Go ahead, tell them." And then
introduce yourself.
I am not my hair. I am not my skin. I am the soul that lives within.
Right.
So that's it.
So for those who don't know, I'm from Grand Rapids, Michigan. And Travis is from East Side of the state too.
GR stand up.
Detroit stand up.
7 miles.
Cody, where you from?
To the airport.
Where on the map are you from?
My father was. If you can move over to the left a little bit. No,
Which country are you from? Which country are you?
Right over there. So my father was in the military. I'm not gonna give y'all my big backstory, but I was born in Pontiac, and then my dad.
Michigan.
Yeah, my dad was in the Navy for 21 years. So like we lived out on sea. Like we lived out in the aircraft carriers. We lived like in California. I lived in San Diego. I lived in Hawaii. I lived everywhere. But we settled in.
Y'all some settlers.
We some pilgrims. But
where you settle at?
Right now, as of right now, I reside in Ben Harbor.
Ben
Bro,
Harbor.
if you put the hat on, you
Ben
look like an
Harbor.
Amish person. You look like an Amish person, low key.
Ben
Put the hat
Harbor,
on.
Michigan.
I see that. Transitioning back to the show, right? Okay, what makes a good panelist? I heard y'all say good energy, a person
It's
who
the
can
energy,
do
it's a
improv. Okay, what else though?
If you're quick on your toes, that's the best
That
panelist.
part.
Like if you can keep up, like
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
it's
like,
all freestyle. It's all freestyles.
Yeah, like when
Gotta be
I'm looking for
quick.
somebody, I feel like I'm trying to see like them in a podcasty, just free flowing conversation, and that like if they're talking about this thing, they can like navigate and say, make connections, make quick connections, and things like that. And like for that's for a panelist, but like for a good show, to me, I feel like it's more like it's on us. I feel like Cody be sometimes blaming, he'll be a blaming panelist ass nigga. I be blaming us first because I'm like,
Oh, blame the panelists then.
we can make them
you
be better. I feel like it's on us to make them be better. Like that's to make an ideal panelist, but I feel like even if they're not ideal,
I mean,
feel
not
like
everybody
we
comes
just
with the
adjust.
same energy though either.
They come with less than, I feel like insult them more, not necessarily insult them, but like
Insult them more.
strongly disagree with them to where like it triggers something or ask them more questions. Me?
Yeah, I definitely agree that it's on the host. It's on like the show host, creators, producers to pull that out of people. But I mean, some people just dry. Some people just
Some
lame.
people are dry. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Half.
No, because he's trying to like say what I just said was invalid. I feel like no matter how dry the person is, I still feel like wet them up. Wet them. It's on us to wet them up.
Not everything absorbs water, Trav.
I got nothing. I got no more metaphors for that.
Okay, so now we're going to transition to a segment that I call For the Culture. I'm going to ask each of you a question, and you're going to be able to answer in the way that you see fit. Who's the better rapper, the better artist, the better musician? Kanye West or Drake? Let me change his name to Ye. I need to be politically correct, and he done literally changed his name to Ye. So we're going to say Ye or Drake.
Well,
Ye
in
or
my
Drake?
opinion, I think
Cody goes first every time.
Drake's gonna be. I don't know. I just ride with Drake because Team Light Skin. Like, and I feel like a lot of times people act like Kanye has some bigger message. Don't get me wrong. I feel like if we keep it at 100, I feel like Ye might have more creativity. Like he tries to be different, but I feel like Drake bars, man, and not just that, but it's like if you really listen to Drake and you keep up with like what they got going on, Drake be having them subliminals. Like he's always talking about some stuff, but you got to listen to it multiple times to catch on. Like
and piece it together and add.
Yeah,
it
you
up
gotta
and
like
then
piece
reference
together what
points.
Drake be saying. Kanye, I feel like he's a producer first. He gives you variety, which I can respect. But in my opinion, like Drake always been hard to me. I follow Drake since that song with Replacement Girl with Trey Songz.
Okay.
Before he was even like big. Like I thought I don't know, he was in my playlist. So
Travis.
I
Yeah,
say
Drake.
Drake's not all just bars. And I don't know,
Bars.
I feel like as a music artist, I'll say Drake because he's way more like versatile, like with singing and everything. And as an artist, fashion and just everything, vision, I say Kanye. But
Okay.
it's easy all day.
All right. So next question. What is your favorite urban clothing line? Travis, start with you because you always repping and promoting somebody else up. Who is your favorite? So slept on. That little man kind of look like the OVO owl.
yeah,
What are
right.
you wearing today, Travis?
It's the Josh Adams So Slept On.
Okay.
So Slept
That's
On.
your favorite?
And then right after dress code 187.
Okay. Shameless plug. Thank you, Travis.
Shameless plug.
So I'm number 2 in this situation. My brand is number 2 in this situation. We got to do something to get us up to number 1.
When you say
Travis.
urban clothing, are you talking about like local? Like somebody that you're trying to represent?
Doesn't have to be local.
Are we name dropping like actual like
He
big
about
time
to
designer?
He gonna say Fubu.
Give me both. Give me your local and your top name designer. Give me
Well,
both.
of course it's gonna be dress code 187. I mean, everybody know that. And
Period.
when it comes to like
That's
big
global.
brands,
Global.
Period.
like
That's the
bigger
global- the
brands,
global
I like
brand.
that hoodie. You got that on there right now?
You mean when it comes to smaller brands?
This
That's
hoodie is on
global.
the website.
That's global. That's global right there. You mean when it comes to smaller brands?
So
That's
this is
global.
our Hustle University hoodie.
He said
It's available
that's
in 3 colors. It's available in the
I
navy
do like
blue and
that.
gold, black
That's
and white,
global.
and a paprika in white. 3 color schemes available on the website.
I ain't never heard of a hoodie in
I'm seasoning my
paprika.
chicken with that.
We fancy.
They got maroon. They be on a maroon. We on a
Paprika.
We on a
We off
paprika.
that. We off that red.
You
We
don't
off
got
that.
you don't got like a smoked paprika? Like you just
I
like-
don't. Just paprika. You know, it's kind of a mixture of burnt orange and red.
You gotta mix them
you'll
both
like
for the
it.
burgers.
You'll
you
like
know?
it. If you want to grab this hoodie from the Dress Code 187 website, use promo code YouTube to save 20% off your entire order. Next up,
I could just see it like popping up at the bottom, like
20% off, promo code YouTube.
like Nike Jordan, or like Polo. I'm pretty big
And the
on
white
Ralph
man
Lauren.
get paid off for all
Somebody,
of that.
you know, all these muscles, you know,
Hey.
pop.
I don't see no muscles. I always see his neck and beard.
All these neck
I
muscles
always
and
see
trap.
his neck and beard.
Yeah, you see the muscles, you see the ripples, you see my muscle, you can see the veins through the
He
coat.
said meet me in the trap. It's going down.
Okay, do y'all eat soul food?
Of course. How dare
What
you?
is your favorite soul food restaurant?
Locally in Ben Harbor, you know what I'm saying? We got El Diablos. They're really the only soul place food around here, but they're pretty good.
That sounds
Like,
very Hispanic.
it's
El
I don't know.
Diablos?
It's owned by black people, but yeah, they make soul food every day. They be closed on Monday though.
I don't really be going to soul food restaurants.
He not
for-
black, y'all. He not
No,
black.
I feel like if somebody grandma make it or something like that, I feel like I don't
That's
know, like
different.
that eat it, but I don't really go to soul food restaurants.
If we really repping some, like, you know, some local talent, I went to high school with this man named Kevin Mitchell, and he owns a clothing line called Bakeware, BAKE, Beats and Kush every day. And yeah,
Like
that's
it.
all he does. He just smokes weed and makes instrumentals. So yeah, y'all should
Sound
check
like
that
it'll be
out.
somebody out of California. Does he live in
lives
Cali
out-
now? 'Cause
yeah.
that's- So what is your favorite minority-owned business in general? Black-owned, woman-owned, veteran-owned, LGBTQ-owned?
Well, I'll start with dress code 187, and then we'll say the Punchline Comedy Club in Southfield, black comedy.
Punchline
you got
Comedy Club in Southfield.
this-
Okay.
The So Slept On brand. You got the Seize Dreams brand by Chris
Yeah,
Judge.
Chris James.
Chris Judge.
Chris
Call him
Judge.
Chris.
My sister's brand, Lawyer Bays. She more popping on social than we are.
Cody, what is your favorite
I'm
minority-owned
gonna have to say,
business?
back growing up in Dowagiac, Michigan, China Garden. Everything isn't the greatest, but they General Tso's chicken combo is definitely fire, and they give you a good egg roll too.
All
Egg
right.
roll, you know, egg roll.
That's racist.
That's racist.
No, you
bruh.
don't know. You haven't seen that skit. Yeah,
That skit was racist. That doesn't mean
You haven't seen the skit? He was like, yeah, I want a General Chicken with a rice. And he was like, can I get an egg roll? It was like, it come with egg
It's-
roll. It come with egg
that's
roll.
still
I know
racist.
y'all
Just 'cause
seen
it's-
that shit, bro.
What is your favorite movie or TV show with a predominantly black cast?
Friday, the first one. I know all the words. And I'll
Yes,
start
you
right
said-
now. Trying to see another day. Trying to find a better way. Got my mind on my money. And my money on my mind. Give me a 10-piece something with all the fries you can give me. Are you prepared for Jehovah's return? Because if you're not, well, fuck you, half dead motherfucker. Come on, sister. Come on, sister. So, all right, I'm gonna stop.
I might have to go with Power.
Black it.
Power.
Best show on TV. I'm with it for YouTube. Y'all have about 800 subscribers. Do you plan to grow your channel so that you can eventually monetize it? Like, is that a goal of yours?
Of course.
Yes.
How do you plan to grow your channel?
But we don't have like a specific targeted, time targeted goal with like this many followers by this time and being monetized by this time, which probably would be beneficial. But I feel like we're just doing a lot of stuff, and hopefully all the stuff. One other thing is the thing that's gonna push us over. I take out some ads, like with new videos. I'll put like a Google ad in my YouTube video. Sometimes less on Instagram or Facebook because like the reach is not as much, but just promoing on Instagram, promoing on Twitter and Facebook, and then like getting new people and promoting on their pages.
When you say getting new people, getting new guests? Getting new guests?
Yeah.
to
So
promote?
having new guests promo, like when I share the story, share on their page, and then you know what I'm saying. So just growth, like just we're naturally growing. It's kind of hard to have a number like in a month. I want this many because you still got to work around the algorithms and all that.
And we've been told time and time again by a whole bunch of guest stars and stuff. The one thing is consistency, because you're not just gonna like wake up one day and become monetized. Like, you don't know, but every time you drop an episode, there's always that one moment that's gonna be the moment where you know things are gonna change forever. If you're not consistent until that comes and stay consistent after that period, you're never gonna succeed in this.
But yeah, like, and we would ask people like afterwards, like for every episode, we got like 70 something all together now. Like everyone, we would like ask the guests, like debriefing, like what they thought about that, what we could change and things like that, and like react based on their feedback. You know what I'm saying? But I was gonna say about the marketing and / growth. I think some of the dopest ways is like just word of mouth. I feel like just whenever I'm anywhere, I feel like in conversation, I'd be bringing it up. In the beginning, I kind of was like, be nervous of like, I wanted to be perfect before I even upload my first one. And that's why we did 10 practice runs before even doing first one. But now it's like, if I'm talking to anybody, I feel like this is my number one thing. I like talking to people about it and then like hearing like them be like, damn, that sounds like genuinely saying that sounds like a dope concept and stuff like that, and subscribe like that. Cause I feel like those kind of people are going to actually be the ones to watch it versus like an online one who like, if I through an ad who just clicks it and like maybe gives you a number.
75% of the people that watch it like will tell us straight up like, I love what y'all doing, it's original, y'all funny as hell, just keep going.
Okay, so just to recap, we are talking about how to market your YouTube channel, and the BlaspheMass Debate channel heavily relies on the organic approach of building, you know, followers or subscribers through people who are genuinely interested in the show. They've done a couple Google ads, but a majority of what they do is word of mouth, right?
No, I think more.
That's not what you just said.
No, I said I enjoy.
Cut.
I said I enjoy.
What is wrong with you, man?
I mean, the word of mouth. Like I feel like I'm not interacting with a lot of new people that often. You know what I'm saying? So
I talk to people, bro. I talk to people
most of our
weekly. I talk to a whole bunch of people, and they're always like, "Oh, that's cool, man. You need to like send me your link." Like,
I think most of our growth has to do with the social media. But I'm just saying, like now when I do talk to people, I feel like that's my main thing. But I'm not talking to new people as often as I could be, you know what I'm saying, for this. But the only thing with the ads though, because a lot of like we don't specify, don't say certain words, or don't say like anybody can say anything on our show. So a lot of times it says our ads are disapproved for like shocking content and things like that. So like if
anybody can say anything on our show.
It's blasphemy.
Yeah. Like if somebody says like too much, like I don't want to say specific things on this because it might be bad for your thing. But like,
don't mess my show
up. Don't mess my show yours. She said, "Don't mess my shit up."
Because like we're acting technically, like we have our stances assigned to us. So like a lot of times, like you're just doubling down on this position that's not really what you believe. So you'll say some reckless shit. You know what I'm saying? So like
to win the round.
And, so but it's not necessarily actually what you believe. If somebody says something crazy, way too vulgar about somebody or something like that, then they'll disapprove it. And also I use clips, and sometimes if I use too much of it or something like that, then it'll be like, nah, you can't do this.
Yeah, that's what
copyrighted material.
We have
copyrighted material.
We have a disclaimer at the beginning of every episode, just so they know.
We do, but
y'all do have a disclaimer. I just want to know why y'all didn't say all this in the beginning. When I said, "Tell me about the BlaspheMass Debate," why didn't y'all go into this?
I feel like I wasn't warmed up until we started doing the middle stuff. I wasn't all the way warm. Now I'm warm. But I feel like
you should be piping hot. You should be piping hot.
Now, but you asked us all the hard stuff at the beginning. You should have asked the hard stuff at the end. Now you can ask me whatever. Tell me what's an unpopular opinion. Bitches be tripping, and they do. You know what I'm saying?
He in debate mode now.
So I'm looking at your YouTube channel on my cell phone, and I'm looking specifically at your most popular uploads. Right now, during the time this was filmed, your most popular video is Who's More Respected, a Side Piece or a Rebound? You have like 2.8 thousand views on this. It was posted 2 months ago. Why do you think this video is performing better than the other videos on your channel?
The guests, they killed it. And I definitely think a big part is the title of the video.
Keywords.
Like a lot of times when you're on YouTube or something, like it'll be like a big fight ensued between such and such, and then you'll watch it and like they were play fighting or something. You're like, you guys really just made like clickbait.
But then you get hella thumbs down. Then you get hella thumbs down. I think that one's because of the ads. Like I don't know. I feel like
oh, you ran ads on this video.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, but ads didn't do it all. You know what I'm saying? Because if they click on it and then they back out like, oh, this bullshit, then like it don't count.
It still counts as a view. It's just gonna affect your click-through rate and your like view duration.
But still though, the title. Let's talk about that title.
Travis, are you able to track your conversion rate? Like when you do these Google ads, like does that actually convert to subscribers or, you know, views to your channel?
I feel like there's a thing you can do, but I feel like I've never did it. And I think I need to get better at it because
you are an engineer. I'm gonna need you to better understand.
Like
if you are paying for this, I need you to understand.
Bro, you make parts for NASA.
And what the outcomes are.
I don't. I mean, but if
there's sure?
I don't make parts for NASA.
Okay, just checking.
But still, if there's Instagram and Facebook and whatever, YouTube and the 60-hour video and recording the video, you know what I'm saying, and work, and that's one of the things that got neglected.
These Google ads, can I ask you how much you spend on ads, like per day or per month?
I'll probably put like $30, $40 on one video.
What is your target audience? Or who is typically tapping into your show?
Sometimes it's a little different on Instagram versus YouTube, but not the 18 to something, the next one in age, 20 something to 28, whatever the second one is. And
it might be 25 to 34, but I don't know, depending on the platform.
And then males. But sometimes I be trying to target more like girls only or women only, you know what I'm saying, to balance, like, if, you know what I'm saying, because some of the stuff, like, we purposely make controversial topics where it's like it would be more triggering to women. So like I want it to be both, you know what I'm saying? So
it looks better in a wig.
Just looking at like when I run an ad, it seems like there's more like conversion on men in that range. But
okay, so eventually you want to monetize your channel, but beyond that, what do you hope to gain from this YouTube series?
The
from
fame.
The that you're meeting.
The fortune.
The fame? I can't take you serious, Cody. The fame.
Excellent question.
I'm trying to feed my family.
Yeah, anything
Cody?
I carry my city on my back. I'm playing. I don't.
You sound very Detroit.
I sound Michigan. Michigan.
That what is that signal?
The big, you know what I'm saying?
The mitten.
The mitten.
Travis.
Can I? You mind? Besides that, well, one I would say
the money.
Shut up, Cody. We said besides the money.
We about to mute you in a second.
I normally wouldn't tell my guests to shut up either. I wouldn't tell my guests to shut up.
No, we family.
I know, what the hell? She's so
You're gonna say shut your fuck up next.
What kind of host is this?
You about to add extra words.
I'm not gonna stay where I'm not welcome. All right, y'all.
Bye.
Yeah,
Thank you for your time. Travis, what do you have to gain from the show?
Excellent
like,
question,
it's not
Mrs.
the
Stock.
same. It's not the
I
same.
can't work like this. I can't work like this.
He's a behind the scenes type of guy anyway.
Go ahead and mute Cody so Travis can have his moment.
Some level of like validation, because like I wanted to have it perfect before even showing it, and then I feel like I built confidence now. I believe all the way in it. Higher level of recognition of like what we already believe in, basically. And then relationships. Chris Judge we just had on, he was in a music video. French Montana and Doja and Saweetie, however you say her name. And then like
Saweetie, I think.
Saweetie. Yeah, so just posting other guest stuff, like showing their stuff. I feel like I'm just like, try to be the best we can to people that we had on, just to kind of get a good karma on your name. And I don't be necessarily wanting it back from, like, if I do this thing for you, I don't necessarily want it back from you. But I feel like just the fact that you know that I'm doing these good things, so that I feel like that's good on our name from everybody. So I feel like eventually relationships and validationships and the money. Cody, the money, you could say it.
Yes. So as an entrepreneur, I definitely appreciate your support. I appreciate you subscribing to the YouTube channels. I appreciate you shopping with dress code 187 and just putting all that good karma energy into the world. So, and also behind the scenes, Travis helped me a lot with preparing for this show, making sure my audio was together, helping me test out video, giving me tips and recommendations for having a successful show. So he is not just talking, he is literally about everything he said, where he is really trying to help other people.
The bonds that you create, it's what happens after the show that's my favorite part. Like, we do a show with somebody and then it's that connection y'all have. So it's like, now, like, you be promoting their stuff, they be promoting your stuff, you like their stuff, they like your stuff. Like, you're trying to help push each other, like, keep going.
It's a cross promotion and a collaboration.
Right. I think that's what's dope about it.
I don't know, we starting to build like little networks that I feel like it'd be easier to build through that than like the regular
creator network. Yes, it's creator network.
The network gonna create your network or something like that. It's about it.
Your network determines your net worth.
Exactly.
Facts.
Somebody probably said that. Yeah.
I think it was me.
Yeah, it was. Now we're going to transition into another segment. This segment is called I'm a Hustler. So I'm going to ask both of y'all a question, and I want you to think about your answer and give me your best response. You have $0 in your bank account, but you need to come up with $10,000. How are you going to come up with $10,000 in the next 48 hours?
I'm straight.
What do I need to come up with it for?
Does it matter?
Yes, because it was like just give like to
so somebody kidnapped.
Yeah, is that like your kids kidnapped, or
somebody
is it like,
kidnapped your relative? Your life is on the line. Somebody
Which relative?
If it's that, I'm robbing a bank. I'm robbing a bank.
Like someone might just let die. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta know the full on stipulations. Why? All right,
I'm just gonna make an OnlyFans, and I'm gonna just strip.
For OnlyFans.
Bro, if I went back to Detroit and the return of Mulatto Thunder, like, oh my god, bro, them women
strippers don't even make 10 bands in 2 days.
I mean, like, I heard the male strippers make more than the female strippers. I had a little elephant trunk, you know what I'm saying, a little
So
what
what's
they make
crazy
it.
is Cody, okay, Travis is asking how and why, but I thought Cody would feel this question because Cody watches Power. So if you watch Power, you know that Tariq always has to come up with these ridiculous amounts of money in a short period of time. His
Right.
lawyer's like, I need $50,000 for
But
this.
I also think it depends on your like your demographic. Like I'm from a smaller area.
It depends on whether or not you're a hustler. If you're a hustler, you can come up with this $10,000 in 48 hours. So are you a hustler or not? If you're not a hustler,
coming
you
up with
can't come
10
up with
grand
all
around
this.
here in 2 days unless you
All right.
already established.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have to.
So you ain't a hustler. You ain't a
I'ma have-
hustler, is what you're saying.
I guess if you trying to downplay me, I mean I'm gonna just throw
I'm
my
just
thing.
saying.
I'm gonna throw
Facts.
my thing.
Okay.
I
In the
think-
strip club.
I'm gonna hit him with the. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Get that quick 5 band.
I don't think I'm a hustler either.
Travis, what are you doing?
Let me see.
I'm a
You might
musician.
not be.
I'm a musician, and you know, creators oftentimes artists. are
Starving
broke,
artist.
so
You a
it to
starving artist,
say-
bro?
I'm starving.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I'm
saying,
still
yeah.
starving.
Or well, I mean, if it's to save somebody's life, I'm just gonna ask my sister or something like that.
Okay.
But,
You gonna borrow money. You just gonna borrow the money.
But if it's,
I don't got no money to borrow.
I don't know. Yeah, that or I mean, I'm not. Yeah, I ain't no hustler for real. Like I mean, I got a job, and then I got all my.
Let me
eggs
go
in
to
one
the big
basket.
city. Let me go
I'm
to a
all
city.
my eggs in one basket kind of guy.
Let me go to Houston. Whitney.
Put all these eggs
What
in
you
this
gonna do in
basket.
Houston?
There's got to be. I know there's gonna be a lot of opportunity over there. Let me go over there.
All right.
Yeah,
so
I'm not
true
good with money.
hustlers.
Yeah, I'm not.
That's
Yeah,
all
no.
right. Y'all ain't true hustlers. They
I'm
are
not
true
that good
hustlers.
with money.
He engineers
Even if I
everything
make
but them
If
pockets.
I make the first 5 bands, it'll be gone the next day. Just check it out, BlaspheMass Debate on YouTube and Instagram. I think it's dope. We've been doing it for a while. I'm becoming a beast editor. Appreciate you for having us on this. And just meeting you. I'm happy that we were able to like work together on our thing. Shout out to Darius and them, Jungle as Hell, for linking y'all up with us. Yeah, you cool peoples.
Another thing that sets the show apart from other series that I've seen on YouTube is that they have a really cool intro. So it's literally some animated people, which are in the background of Cody's screen, but then also a little jingle and some singing and just all original characters. So it's very original, very creative, very catchy, very memorable. You have one of the best intros that I've seen on YouTube. So let's talk about the intro. How did you come up with the concept? Who made it for you? Like, did you create it yourself? Did you outsource?
I got this.
Let's talk about.
Go ahead. I dare you.
Let's talk about the intro.
Go ahead. What happened with the intro?
Tell us, Cody. Inquiring minds want to know.
I'll let Trav talk.
I came up with the intro, the whole intro. Like, so I think first it was just I wanted to have a jingle, and I was just Googling like what some of the old best jingles were, and everybody had like a piano on there. And I already had a keyboard in my house, just like trying to like play like popular songs. Like
You
as,
play
like,
the piano too?
No. I bought I have a bunch of random instruments.
He just
And I was just doing it. Yeah. So I was trying to learn, on the Outcast, the Caroline. So I was just trying to learn a bunch of different like famous songs to be cool. So that's where I started. But then I added like the bottoms, and then like I sung to it, and like I was just singing in my phone in my car. And that's kind of how a lot of like when I was getting into stand up too. I work in a corporate job, and I was just I was just doing creative stuff during my job, and like on break, writing jokes in my phone. And then like I wrote my jingle in my phone. Then like I outsourced like my sketches and my vocals to better people. And then like my vocals are still on there, but like in the background. And there's this girl from like UK, and then some dude in El Salvador made logo and animation based on my BS sketches. But,
well, it turned out great. So kudos to you for coming up with the design and the concept. And yes, it is definitely one of the best intros I've
if
seen.
I may say,
the JC on his belt.
Say though,
Jesus
I do
Christ?
think
Is that Jesus Christ on the belt?
You be the judge.
Go ahead, Cody.
if I may say though, I do believe I have an outro song eventually.
I like that.
Cody sings, so he just wants that.
What will the outro song be?
BlaspheMass, where we blast that ass.
I'm with
Debatable.
it. On that note, we're going to transition into our last segment of the show, which is all about inspiration and motivation. When you think about the BlaspheMass Debate, what was your biggest accomplishment to date?
The people we've had on.
The
guests have been getting like, I won't say better. They have a bigger fan base. They're more noticeable on social media. Like they're more recognized.
They have a bigger following.
Exactly.
A bigger social following. Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
I don't know if I
Piggybacking
can
off of him.
Pinpoint necessarily one thing, but I think just like we're continuously growing. We started with something, it's become like a huge life priority for me, and like it's like damn near this or bust type of thing. So I feel like where we started, where we are now, continuously doing it, and we didn't stop. a lot of podcasts be giving up or like they 25 episodes and then they stop or some shit like that. But
Like now, since we've kind of spread out our episodes and he gets more time to edit each episode, the quality has definitely improved. Over the year, like we've gotten better equipment.
Yeah, y'all got professional lighting. Y'all got microphones.
them umbrellas is $129 from Best Buy. That's professional-ish.
You got an umbrella?
2, and I got a ring light.
So
He got umbrellas in his room. I'm just
He
saying,
don't want to be
it
great.
ain't
He don't want to be
raining.
great. He ain't trying to be great. He ain't trying to be great.
My lighting's better than yours. I paid $10 for this. $10. All right, where were we?
Whenever you are building a brand, working on a product, you can get discouraged, right? If things are not taking off as fast as you want, if you're not getting enough followers, getting enough views, getting enough watch time. When you are feeling discouraged, what music do you listen to?
I never really get down about this show. Like, I hope we get monetized. I hope something big happens from it. Well, initially when I started hosting, it was just initially when I started hosting.
When a nigga leave,
When I started hosting, it was just because my homies asked. I didn't want to see the show go under. Let's just have fun. Let's just have fun. So
That's
to
good.
me,
That's how it should be. I
so
feel
to
like
me,
all
I
projects
just
start
want to
like
be
that.
genuine. I feel like it's a natural kind of thing.
so you don't
Once a
listen to no
week.
music.
Yeah,
But,
so you're
but
not gonna
no,
answer the question?
no, I was gonna tell you, no, this is
The
what I was
question
saying.
was-
I don't listen to music because I'm down, because I'm never disappointed with the show. Like every episode we drop gets better, but my music of choice is like hype dance music. I like Detroit up tempo rap. That's my favorite. I can give you artists. Like
artists.
who do I artists? BFB the Pac-Man, Sada Baby, Rio the Young, OG, RMC Mike. And then I listen to like Drake, Meek Mill, Young Dolph, RIP. I mainly stick to like Detroit rap. Lil Jon and East Side Boys, Too Short, all the old twerking music.
Yeah, all them from Detroit, huh?
Usher.
Travis, what do you listen to?
If I'm down, so to speak, if it's just overwhelmed from it, I feel like I'll listen to more like podcasts. Jungle as Hell, I'll listen to Ride Along podcast or Big Time Garbage. I got like 3 podcasts I listen to, but I don't really like listen to music to bring me up. It's usually while I'm working, and it's usually like instrumental.
Last question of the show. Leave the viewers with some type of inspirational message.
Remember, y'all, consistency is key. Nah, I forgot. Start over.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. You go ahead, Trav.
Think of the Bring Me Down song. This is a bar that keeps me going. Just the thought that maybe it could be better than where we at this time. Make it out of this grind, for I'm out of my mind. Kanye and Brandy.
She said final word. Remember, y'all, consistency is key. Always be
I got
you.
one more.
Don't let anybody change who you are unless it's for the better. And lastly, to keep a positive outlook on life.
I got one more. Shoot for the moon, but even if you miss, you land amongst the stars. It was in everybody's elementary school. Cody didn't go to elementary school. So I don't know.
All right, I just want to say thank you to Travis and Cody for being my special guest on today's episode. We want to encourage you all to check out the BlaspheMass Debate on YouTube. We will leave that link in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching. Join us again for our next episode.
And as the freaky deacon of the weekend always says, oh,
We
man.
stopped recording. We already stopped recording.
Amen.
We didn't really stop. Go ahead.
Oh, I thought you.
Have a
that
hater
was
on his
the
own
outro.
show.
I had a good goodbye for you midway through.
Give me the goodbye, because you ain't even say
I
you
feel
have
like it's
some
gonna
stuff.
be. It's hard to get heartfelt in a fake moment.
In a fake moment.
No, because this wasn't the moment. No, Whitney, I just want to say I appreciate you for letting us on your platform. I think it's like the 2nd episode in, and you're figuring it out. And we, you know what I'm saying, we got a crazy duo, and it can be throw curveballs at you everywhere. So I just appreciate you having us on your platform, and happy to have met you through the Dope Ass Junk as Hell podcast. But I don't know, just building this network with you guys has been dope, and you're a dope person. So I'm glad to have met you. Thank you for everything.
Thank you. I appreciate you. More to come. Check out my episode of the Jungle is Hell podcast. Check out their collaborations between the BlaspheMass Debate and the Jungle is Hell. Check out WhitneyStylez, and all that will be in the description box below. Travis, you over here? You gonna
follow all nets if you want some fire ass braids. It's my braider.
All right, y'all. Until we meet again.
Peace.
Eventually, you want to monetize your. Let me calm down.
Oh my
Eventually,
God.
shut the fuck up.
It was emotion behind it. It was passion.
It was rambling, bro. It was rambling.
You didn't hear him?
Okay,
He was
well,
like,
I talk in ramble. I talk
the way I
in
see
I
that-
know.
I love every guest we've ever had on our show.
Hit the subscribe button to join the club. Thanks for watching.